All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
I said, are we ready?
Give her.
Yeah, fucking send it.
I said, are we ready?
Fucking go.
Yes, and we are here live for episode 32. Welcome to the Six Nuts podcast. We are three comedians with six nuts, lots of testosterone, and lots of bloodshot in our eyes today. Gentlemen.
Did you see it?
That's why I wear sunglasses. Welcome to episode 32. I'm your host, Dave, joined as always by Jordan, Angus, and Paul Bourgon. Gentlemen, welcome. I can't believe we're here.
I can't either. I can't believe I woke up.
You know what's funny? 5 minutes before we were gonna record, I didn't remember what time we were recording. Like my schedule's been so hectic, and I'm like, shit. And I go back to the chat, and it says between 1 and 2, and I'm like, oh fuck.
I thought it was between 2 and 3, but anyway.
No, it was between 1 and 2, 2 and 3 Mountain Time.
Yeah, okay.
Or 11 a.m. Pacific time for all our listeners in Victoria. Anyway, we got this is our pre-Halloween episode, man. We won't do another recording until Halloween, so we're going to talk about some really cool Halloween stuff. We're going to do I don't know if you're ready for this, Paul, but we're going to do a mini debate just to get you guys warmed up for tonight on some pretty serious issues, world issues we're talking.
Okay.
And then
Uh-oh.
and then we're going to finish off with some final thoughts. So stick around, everybody, because what's up first? What do we always do first?
Hold my beer.
What do we do first?
Hold my fucking beer.
Come on, guys, put some enthusiasm into it.
I've been yelling all night. I need hold my fucking beer.
All right, hold my beer coming up. All right, I will go first. This is my third week in a row where I got something different. I found this. Yes, thank you. This is called from a brewery in Van Cleek Hill, which is like out in Hawkesbury area, called Bo's Brewery. Bo's Brewing Company.
That was great.
Yeah, so it's called Lug Tread, and this fat tug is going to drink it.
You've never heard of Lug Tread?
Oh, you know what? I like this one. Yeah, this is actually a two-sipper.
Two-sipper.
Very nice. It's a lagered ale, 5.2%, refreshing and balanced. The original lagered ale, Bo's Brewery. Very good beer. I will give this one I'll give it an 8.74982. Really good beer, man. I'm impressed. Bo's Brewery. All right, let's go over to who's ready. Jordan, are you ready?
Yeah, of course.
All right, what is your beverage of choice for the episode 32?
I actually brought this one. I smuggled it in through the border. It's an American version of beer. I think I've had this one on. Yeah, you would think. Close. It's America's version of Budweiser. I'm pretty sure I've had Budweiser on here before. I can't find the alcohol percentage because it's their version. But I only wanted to grab it because it got the stars on the top. We don't get that. We just get the red.
Ooh,
red can, right?
USA.
Yeah.
Are you like a Trump fan? Is this where you're going with this, Mr. Are you like a MAGA guy? Maple MAGA?
If I know Jordan, then I know he's a Trump fan. For sure.
You're not a MAGA fan? God dang.
No, I can't say I'm a MAGA fan. No, I think U.S. politics has gone to shit, but so is ours. I think it's a fucking mess down there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, but
that's what I feel about politics.
All right, so give us a rating, man, out of 10.
About the same as the alcohol percentage. I would say 2.125.
Holy shit, that's bad.
Yeah, it's not like ours. Ours has like it has some kick to it. You know, you get a little grope of the testes there, and it makes you feel alive. This just feels like I'm drinking stale old water.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is American beer like that? Like they have the reputation for having weaker beer than Canadian beer. Like, why is that?
I honestly don't know. And the thing is, they drink a lot of it. And it's cheap, right? Like it's
Yeah.
so I don't understand that
Maybe that's why they drink so much of it, because it's watered down.
probably, and it's fucking cheap.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So you're not very happy with that beer. All
No.
right. Let's go down to Paul. Let's finish this episode off, man. Beverage of choice today.
Like, Jordan, you called me to wake me up for this episode to first record this day. So, like, I'd say 10 minutes ago I was sleeping. So, I mean, I had a fucking Sapporo. All right, my buddy last night.
God, I love that.
My buddy Craig, I was like, oh, fuck. I need a beer for as I always do. I need a beer for this. And he's like, yeah, get it. Like, take one of the Sapporos. But he's like, you have to introduce it in a Japanese accent. And I'm like, really? Like, I've got to talk about the beer, like, so delicious. Like, I've got to, you want to cancel me already? Like, yeah. So, anyway, cheers to my buddy Craig. So,
I love Sapporo. It's honestly, sincerely one of my favorite beers. Such a good beer. Love Sapporo.
it's pretty good. Yeah. It's,
yeah.
I'd like to have some toothpaste in my mouth first, maybe, but it's good beer. Yeah.
All right. Rating?
Fuck 7.
7 even.
Yeah.
I like nice round numbers. Well done.
Yeah.
All right. So that will bring an end to a segment we call Hold My Beer. All right. You guys got a big show coming up tonight. I want to get into some Halloween stuff, but you guys want to talk about your show tonight, Master Debaters?
I don't know anything.
No,
I honestly don't.
You don't?
All I know is that I'm the one that's proposing the topics. So like I don't think I'm doing any kind of comedy, and I don't think it's based around that. Hey Jordan, it's not so much it's not a comedy based, like it's more structured, if you want to call it that, right?
it is more structured. The topics that you're going to be bringing up, we have to bring a comedic aspect to it, right? Like the topics are definitely normally one-sided on which way you are going to go. So it's trying to bring the comedic aspect of those topics. So Paul, your job really is just to keep it flowing.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Good. Yeah. Good. Good.
Yeah. I'll have a nice little package for you, so that way you know what you got to do. It's been I'm gonna be honest, and I know we're live, and it's fine. This has been a really difficult show to try to get going. We've had dropouts and just lack of communication, not from one side but other side, and just this show has been on for it's been planned for a month.
Yeah.
And like it's not like this is a last minute thing. So I was very discouraged, kind of how some of the other comics just don't seem to care. And to me, that's frustrating, right? If you weren't that interested, that's fine. But you promised another group that this is what you wanted to do. You've been discussing this back and forth, and now that it's getting closer to showtime, now you got other obligations and stuff that kind of irritates me a little bit.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you one bit.
It's really interesting. When you think about it, there are not many comedians I'm going to speak for Ottawa anyway, not many in this community that really produce shows outside of open mics. You know what I mean? Like Jordan, you got the Master Debaters, you got the Battle of Ontario thing going on. Like, I know there are a few other shows put on by other comedians, like produced by other comedians, but outside of the open mics, there's really, is it me or are there not very many real produced shows, or maybe there are, and I just don't see it.
You know what?
I think Saturdays.
What's that?
Not on Saturdays.
No, not many. Like outside of the clubs.
It's definitely not on weekends. There's not a lot of shows going on.
No, outside of the clubs, I guess people are afraid to step on toes. But Ottawa's pretty big, right? Like we have different areas, so not everybody's gonna go to Yucks, which is in the west end of Ottawa, and it's a really hard spot for people to find. Parking's not super great, and then outside of that you have Absolute, which is on Preston Street. Again, parking isn't always super great. Then you have the two downtown, Laugh Lounge and Cultures, right? So I think if you're not in one of those clubs, luckily this show is in one of the clubs, you kind of are worried because you don't want to piss people off. But you still have all of Orleans, you have like Canada, you've got even Barhaven. You can produce other stuff if you can find venues. But I don't know. For me, my frustrations on this episode or this show is that it's not a typical show, right? This is, you have to prepare for it, and when you drop out 3 days or whatever beforehand, I have to get the crew to come and find somebody, and then they have to prepare, and they only have, let's say, 3 or 2 days from when they agree to prepare for these topics.
Yeah.
So you've kind of put everybody in a rough position, and then you don't get the same quality of show as if you had somebody who was preparing for the entire month. So
yeah.
So maybe just to because I don't understand the format very much. Like you got two teams, and I'll put up the graphic as I'm talking. You got Team Cornwall with 4 comedians, and then versus Team Ottawa, 4 comedians, hosted by Paul, of course, it's happening tonight. But how does it work? Like, are you giving the topics to the comedians ahead of time?
Yeah,
so they have time. Okay,
they have time to prepare, but they don't know if they're going to be for or against it. So
okay.
I don't want to give out the topics too much because we do have an audience tonight. But for example, let's say Justin Trudeau is a topic. You're either going to have to debate for him or debate against him, and you have to do it in a comedic way. So you need to prepare. There's a lot of topics that were given to the comics. They had time to prepare, and you have 6 minutes to go on your topic.
And I haven't been given the topics at all, so I don't know what they are. I have no clue. So it's gonna. I'm gonna be like,
yeah. Well, all you got to do is basically you're gonna be pulling it out of the hat in the first topic, and then you get to choose who's for and against based off pulling.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So.
And how far in advance did you give the topics to the comedians?
Besides, okay, so I'm like one of the last ones on this show because this was supposed to be a yuck show, like last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of these guys have known the topic for a while.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm one of the newer ones on the set list. I was helping produce it, but again, it's been over a month for at least me.
Yeah. So there's some preparation required, like to research Justin Trudeau or whatever the topic is. So maybe I don't know. Maybe comedians are not feeling like they want to prepare for it. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds like a great format, but
it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. I'm just frustrated that it just seems like dragging a feet, I guess, a bit on some parts.
It's bullshit.
For me, it's if you commit to something,
it's unreliability. It's not being dependable, and it's disrespectful. And I think it's a pain in the ass. Stop booking these people for shows if that's what they're doing.
And for the ones who have put in the effort, because I know I'm focusing on the negative a little bit, it's my frustrations, right? We produce shows. It's frustrating when you have to put things together last minute. Yeah. That's show business. It happens. But for stuff like this, when you've committed and then you're going to do the stuff like that, like, come on. The guys who have been putting in the work and who have been promoting it and posting it, thank you guys. So we couldn't have done it without you. We're like, fuck, come on.
Oh man, you shouldn't be booking other jobs or other gigs when you especially when you have something like this. If it was a show, like if you had a spot at a open mic, okay, and at least at that point you can request to go on early and leave and go to the other show and try to orchestrate it that way, which we've all done. We've all done 2 in a night or 3 in a night, and it's difficult to do, but it's doable. But something like this, which requires you to be there the entire time, it's not like you're on at fucking this time, so you can fucking waltz in whatever time you want, like you're king shit. You know what I mean?
And then leave whenever, right? Like you have to be there from start to finish.
Yeah. So get your fucking head on straight. Stop being such a prick. That's what I gotta say. I don't know who it is, who the guys are, but man,
I'm sure I'll get some backlash for it. But the ones we have on the show who are coming tonight, thank you guys for I understand some of you have other shows, so thank you still for showing up. But when you cancel last minute, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
whatever. Let him go.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna have fun.
Good luck being put on another show. So.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, good luck with that, man. Hope everything works out. As I said off the top, this is our last recording before Halloween. Is Halloween a big deal for you guys? Like, are you into Halloween?
I mean, I sure as hell eat about 700 chocolate bars. I mean, it's a big deal. It's a big deal for my diabetes. I can
Yes.
tell you that.
Let's go. Type 2, baby. Let's
Like
go.
last year, I went out and I bought I go to the dollar store and I buy the full size chocolate bars. Okay, because when the
To give
kids
out?
come to the door, I want to be like, hey,
You give out full-size candy bars?
full size choco, baby.
Fuck,
I'll tell you
that's
why.
That's the house that the kids love, man.
Exactly.
And word spreads quickly, man. Word spreads fast.
Okay, because what I want is I don't want my house being egged. I don't want my freaking pumpkin being kicked. You know what I mean? I don't want any bullshit happening. When these kids grow up and they get to like teenage years, when they walk by my house, I'm like, that's the house where the guy gave us the full size chocolate bars. Let's not shit on his lawn. Let's not put bags of flaming poo on it. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I go to the dollar store. I just buy like $50 worth of chocolate bars. It's like 50 chocolate bars, right?
That's awesome, man.
So last year, when I did that, and I didn't get one single kid knock on my door.
What?
Not one.
What?
Not one.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, man, not one. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if Halloween is like if it's changing, if it's getting less popular. But like you drive around these areas now, it's like people's front lawns look like Christmas. It's like the decorations people are putting up on their front lawns. It's insanity.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
You know what? I'm almost wondering if it's becoming less of a kid holiday and more of an adult holiday, because like there's all these, things with people drugging candy and shit.
Yeah, and if memory serves me correct, every slut that I've ever met in my life, like, I love Halloween because I get to go looking sexy, fire. Like, I don't like, my house has never been on fire, thank God. And if it did, I would not want you coming in there with fucking a skirt so short you need 2 hairstyles to wear it. Okay,
Yes.
like, fuck. I love Halloween. It's like I get to go as like a sexy police officer.
Nice. Well, for us, it's like it seems to go in cycles. Like every second year is bad, but last year we had hundreds of kids, man. Like we had many kids. Oh yeah, it was huge last year.
Well, you kind of
did. Massive.
You kind of live in an area that's just like it's like the last 10 years.
Yeah,
it's been built. So new families have have gone there. So these families in the last 10 years have kids that are under the age of 10. You know? So
tons of kids.
That makes sense. Like where I live, it's an old area. You know what I mean? It's been around since '59, and I mean there are families, there are kids. Like Christ, there's a school right across the street. Like across the street, there's a school for an elementary school. But like even still, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, well, we still get kids that are like kids that are like borderline, like 16, 17. Like it's hard to tell what age they are, but they come around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm like, come on, man, what are you doing? You're like a teenager, man. This is not for you.
You got to. I think you really got to like decorate for it now, like because they go to the houses that are like that they see pumpkins or they see like or they hear music coming out of the like ooh, like that one fucking house that's got like that just fucking puts a speaker outside. It's just got like the whole time.
Yeah, so cool, man. Yeah. You want to hear the craziest thing I ever did was when I was still living at home. I was like 18 or 19, too old to trick or treat, still living with my parents. And one year I decided I'm going to be like Jason. So I sat in a lawn chair. Like the kids would have to walk up the driveway and they would have to go right by the garage. And I was sitting right at the garage door to get to the front door. And I was sitting there with a hockey mask on, like a lumber jacket and a real axe, sitting in a chair with a real axe. And as the kids would go by, I go, whoo. And the kids would like jump like 20 feet in the air, man. That was the best.
I did that as Freddy Krueger, actually. And I lived in the street beside Richie.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
it wasn't too bad, but when some of the Richie kids came over, there was like a group that was dressed as like Jedis and Sith and stuff like that from Star Wars. And the whole time they were tripping. They're like, I swear to God, man, if you jump out at us and scare us, I'm whacking the shit out of you. I did it anyways. I got whacked, but I didn't care.
Gotta do it, man. Gotta do it. I think that was my coolest costume I ever wore, man.
Yeah.
Coolest costume. I was never much of a dress up guy. I don't know how you guys felt, but
I used to dress up as Ace Ventura, but like not even on Halloween. I'd like go to school on like
oh, that's
a
cool.
Tuesday in fucking February. I'd go.
Did you do the hair too? Like the
Oh
hair?
my, the whole thing, man. Like my
Fucking
sister
awesome,
in the
man.
morning would wake me up like an hour before and style my hair and fucking. Oh my God.
That's
No wonder I
outstanding,
have no
man.
friends, eh? Like, if I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Well, Jordan was doing the old Beetlejuice last night.
Yeah, I
Beetlejuice.
even still have like the purple eye makeup stain my eyebrows, and I washed my face 5 times. I couldn't get the shit off. But yeah, it was fun.
Beetlejuice is a cool costume. I think we're gonna see a lot of Trumps this year. We always see a lot of Trumps, a lot of Bidens, stuff
I
like
didn't
that.
see there was about 100 people last night at this Halloween party, and I'm telling you, some of these costumes were insane. The amount of time that these people must have spent doing them, but I didn't see a single president, not one.
Is that right, eh?
Well, that's
Yeah,
not
well,
a funny costume. Like, I mean,
no, no.
No,
I think that I was wondering if I'd see like one of the white people from Manatee dress up as Barack Obama. You know, or kind of like
yeah, right.
I don't think people are doing that anymore, man.
Blackface and a fucking manatee.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, shit. Oh
And the
man.
award goes to.
oh,
But I gotta say it's lame. If you work in an office and you dress up you go to the office dressed up in a Halloween costume, I'm gonna say this, but you're a loser. I'm sorry, but you're a loser, man. You're a grown person. You're an adult. You're wearing a Halloween costume to work in the office. You're a loser.
it's
Plain
you
and
know what's
simple.
fun?
Loser.
I was embarrassed the whole drive to this Halloween party because I don't dress up like at all, and I went full out. And I'm driving, and I see this person just like staring in the car, and I just
Yeah, exactly. Have fun with it, man.
yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
One of my buddies one year went as Pai Mei from Kill Bill 2.
Oh yeah.
With the beard, like
Yeah.
if you remember the movie, and fuck, man, to this day is one of the funniest fucking costumes I've ever seen in my life. Because that's a really good, it's a really good like costume that you could do, like big gray eyebrows, the gray like with hair up in like a bun kind of thing. Oh fuck, it's funny. But yeah, you see some good costumes out there, man. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm dying to see the Halloween movie again. I haven't seen it in years, but I gotta see the Halloween movie again with Mike Myers. Terrifying. Yeah. Love that movie, man. One of the best Halloween movies ever. Am I right?
It was called Halloween.
Prove me wrong.
That's one thing I don't like about I mean, taking it from a guy who watches movies on TV a lot. I say a month ago, like not even when October, like I just after my birthday. I guess really like when October first hit. Fucking scary movies every night on the movie channels. You know what I mean? So it's like I've got to watch it. I don't like watching scary movies. I don't like watching like Sinister and like Insidious. Like I don't want to be like this, for 2 hours. And I'm trying to watch a movie. Like it's not fun for me. I don't. I like having my heart jump up in my chest. I eat enough fast food as it is. I don't need to fucking jumpstart my heart attacks.
That's how you fucking puke. You get a heartburn attack, and then a jump scare pops up, and you just
like, every single fucking night, and like all they play now are scary movies, and it's like, oh my god, like
I did that when I was like 13.
I just want to watch Castaway.
Yeah. When I was like 13, I was in my parents' basement. I was home alone, for whatever reason. And I said, this is the night I'm going to watch Friday the 13th. And I turned all the lights in the house off. I sat in my basement and watched Friday the 13th. And the couch was set up in a way that it wasn't against the wall. It was to the back of the stairs. I was never so scared I was scared shitless
Man,
for weeks, man.
dude,
I
I was
would've-
over at Buddy's house when I was like 14. Okay, like 14. And they put on, like, I don't know, like we had a bunch of pizza and fucking gummy bears and shit. And I'm not blaming it on that. It's just like we put on the same shit, like pitch dark. We put on Jason Goes to Hell,
Oh,
and
man.
I fucking lost it. I had to leave. I had to go home. I'm 14 years old. I had to go home. I went home and I was crying in my mom's arms. My mom's like, "It's okay. It's not real." I'm like, "Oh my god!" And then he ate the heart. I was legit, like, I was fucking like terrified. I was 14 years old, right? Like, you think like, no, I wasn't 6. I was 14. I was like,
Wow.
I'm like rocking in my mom's arms, crying.
Oh my God.
It's not real. It's not real. Fuck man, yeah. Like I had to leave my friend's house. Like, oh, I gotta go. I got something in my eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dave, if I was your brother and that's how the basement was set up and I knew you were watching that, I totally would have snuck down and hid behind the couch. And then right at a scare part, I would have jumped up to scare the shit out of you because I'm an asshole like that.
I probably would, like, I don't know how you guys react to being scared, but when I get scared, I get mad. Like, I get mad, so I probably would have like reached out and hit you with a lamp or something. Like, my reaction to scary things is visceral, and it's not proportionate to the level of scariness. Like, if I see a spider like that's coming walking at me fast, I get so mad. I get like a phone book and crush it. Like, I just smash it to smithereens, man. Yeah, it's like, fuck, overreaction.
This is your fault.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre.
Excuse me.
But yeah, I mean, best costume you guys have ever worn. What would you say your best costume you've ever worn?
Honestly, it was probably the Beetlejuice one last night that I did.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Before that, it would have been Freddy Krueger.
Nice.
But I spent a lot of time. Monica spent a lot of time with the makeup. I had real moss on my face.
That's cool.
Yeah, it should have won best overall costume, but I wasn't allowed. Allowed.
Well, you should have given it to yourself anyway.
I should have. I should have said, "Screw it, screw you all. It's my prize now."
What about you, Paul? Your
I gotta go with
costume.
Ace Ventura. Like it was spot on, man. I had like the flowered shirt. I had like the flannel pants tucked into like the boots, the belt. Like it was spot on. And not to mention, I was such a huge Ace Ventura fan that I was just talking like this the whole entire time. You know,
You
like,
probably had the mannerisms and everything.
I think I went as Ace Ventura for like 4 years straight for Halloween. So
That's cool.
and it helped
man.
too that I had my sister who like she had every friggin' she had every hairspray and styling product to be able to make it so. But yeah, I think that other than that, I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to dress me up as paint my face as a Dracula. I had a cape and I had a white face with like a little blood coming down, Like, but I was like 5,
Oh, that's cool.
How about the years where you went from like going with like a bag or like a little like plastic lantern to like realizing that I didn't fucking maximize this shit if I went with a pillowcase.
Pillowcase.
Huh? When you went with a
100%.
pillowcase, your pillowcase, like, oh man, remember you coming home that night and just like grabbing it by the back 2 corners and just dumping it all out on the carpet and just
Fucking right.
like, yeah.
Absolutely. My like when kids come with the little plastic pumpkin to my house, like
wrong with
one bag of chips fills the thing up. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the hell?
yeah.
What is this? This is stupid, man. Get a pillowcase,
And the
man.
parents too, like the dads are probably like you don't throttle your kid's candy intake because you're taking half of his candy.
Yeah,
Like, what
it's
are
a
you
candy
doing?
tax, man.
You know?
It's a Halloween tax, man.
Have the kid roll up with like a fucking like an industrial oil drum, like trick or treat. Boom.
Well, I gotta say, as a parent, parents are critical to the process because the first time I let my son go trick or treating alone like with some buddies, chaperoned by another parent. He was about, I don't know, 8 or something like that, with the pillowcase. He came home at the end of the night, and this is not a lie, not an exaggeration. He had probably 18 to 19 empty chocolate bar wrappers in the bottom of his suitcase. And I swear, like, okay, kid, are you going for diabetes 4, type 4? Like, oh my God. So parents are critical, man. You got to regulate their friggin' intake, or we're going to have like a bunch of
I love
diabetic kids.
I love like chocolate bars and chips and fucking like
I know, it's
gummy
amazing.
bears and stuff like that. Those little caramels that come in those squares, you know what I mean? Those are delicious.
Oh, I hate the caramels, man. They get
love
stuck in your teeth, like Tootsie Rolls, caramels.
Yeah.
Hate them.
Yeah.
Hate because they get stuck in your teeth.
Some of the candy that people gave out just sucked. Like it's sucked. You know,
Candy corn.
I'd rather you give me an apple or a penny than give me like one of those like those that's this cheap like I can't even think of the name of them, but like God, some of the candy you get from people, it's like and one
Yes, one, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like a handful kind of guy, you know what I mean? Or a bit like I've graduated to the big style chocolate bars. Like when you see a kid's face when you give them a big full size chocolate bar on Halloween, they're like, because no one does that, eh? It's just, you feel like the man. You feel pretty cool. So.
Yep. You know, it's funny. My wife, Paul, is the one candy from each bowl for, you know, like one of these. And I'm the opposite. I'm like, and especially when you want to be done, like when I'm ready to like call it a night, the last kid, you're getting the whole fucking bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm dumping the whole bowl, man.
Kids, they do the clear cutting. You know what I mean?
It's
called
right,
minesweeping. It's minesweeping. It's like you do that at the bar. Minesweeping is a thing that like drunks do at a bar, where it's like last call and you can't get a drink anymore. So you just look around the bar and like take all the empty drinks and just drink all the rest of other people's empty drinks. Minesweeping. It's like a real degenerate move, eh?
Yep. And that's how I got herpes.
Yeah, exactly. But you do that with candy. Like I've had it a couple times in my life where I've been the last one and somebody just dumped their bowl in. And it was like, oh my God,
yeah. But my neighbor's weird. Like I have a neighbor, he's literally right next door. He leaves the bowl of candy on the porch. Like he doesn't answer the door. He puts it out on the porch.
I've done that.
Like, how the fuck does a candy not disappear right away?
I wrote a piece of paper in front of it. I wrote, do what you want.
Do what you want.
Do what you want. Yeah. Take them all or just take one. You know?
That'd be gone in like a
full-size chocolate bars, too. In a bowl.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
That reminds me, like, what day is it? Is it today the 27th?
Today's the 26th.
26th?
Halloween's on Thursday.
That reminds me, I gotta go to the dollar store. And the trick is, don't go today, Paul. Like, you know what's gonna happen if you go today?
You're gonna eat them, man.
Bars for the kids when you get here. So
you wait till Halloween day and you go at like 3:00, 4. You might get stuff on sale.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to get rid of it.
I don't think so. It's and it's funny. The next day. Excuse me. The next day you get those big boxes of chips. You know, like 50 bags of chips. You get it for like $5.
Yeah, it's a great deal, man.
And it's for me, right? It's not for the kids. Like you're not doing this for next year's Halloween.
Yes, sir. Yeah, who buys all the Halloween stuff like on November 1st for the next year?
Yeah,
really. Year?
I know some of my ex's dad used to do that. You get like Mars bars and shit. Just put them in the freezer because they keep.
What the fuck? What's the point, man?
I don't know, man.
I don't get it. What about Halloween humor? Are you guys into like Halloween jokes? Like if you had to do a comedy set, like do you have
not
Halloween jokes prepared? Are you into it? Are you interested? Do you not do it?
I have one Halloween joke that I do every year.
Doc, who's there? Trick or treat?
Yeah.
Oh, good one. Let me write that one down.
But yeah, I have one joke, and it's based off a truth event that happened with me and my brother, and I say it every year right before Halloween, and then I retire it for the season. And it's just...
Do you want to save it, or do you want to share it?
Well, I think you haven't heard it. It's when we dressed up as women.
Maybe I have. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we had an old man. This is true. I actually did do this. We wanted to go trick-or-treating. My brother is type 1 diabetic. I'm not going to say it the way I say the joke itself. I'll just get to the points. So we didn't really trick or treat a whole lot, but I wanted to do it one more time. So I asked my brother, come, I'll give you my chips and stuff. You can eat those. I'll have your candy. But I told my parents on Halloween day that I wanted to do this, and we were poor. And so my mom she's 5 feet tall, like 5'2", and I was about 5 feet tall at the time. And she's like, yeah, we got some dresses. You can put that on, put some makeup on you. Boom, costume's done. And I think she was hoping I was going to say no, but I'm like, okay. And so she dressed my brother and I up as women. And when we were going door to door, I was telling everybody when they were asking what we were, we had this older guy ask us if we were Disney princesses. And every time I would get questioned, I'd say, no, sir, we're hookers. And I'm 12.
That'll get you candy.
Yeah, I got tons of candy.
Go to the wrong house, though, right? Like, young boys dressed up as hookers.
Yeah.
That's a trifecta.
Yeah.
The Predators
we
live
last all year round this year at this house, boys. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It, actually, I 1 year I did go as a woman, and like I put a lot of time into this. Like, had makeup done, got a wig, got like had like my boobs all done up. I found a pair of women's size 12 like heels.
Holy shit!
And I'm a size 12 men, so like I squeezed into these like heels. You know what I mean? So that really is the pièce de résistance when it comes to like a costume, like because you're not gonna find, especially when you're 6'3". You know what I mean? Like it's tough to find a pair of heels.
Oh my god! Like size 12 heel, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was getting, everybody was talking to me. Like everybody, it was great. I have pictures of it. I looked like I would.
You would.
Yeah.
Yes, full size bars. Yes,
nah.
Full size bars, baby.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Oh, all right. You guys got master debaters tonight. Are you guys up for like a couple of rounds of debate?
Yeah.
Let's warm up.
All right.
Yeah.
I've got a topic. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds each. I'll bring up the topic. I guess we'll alternate. We'll start with Jordan. I'll give you the topic. You decide whether you want to debate for or against the topic. And then Paul, you got to take the opposite viewpoint, whether you believe it or not.
Okay.
I'll give you 30 seconds each. And the first topic is.
Please don't be rape. Please don't be rape. Please.
Oh, you don't want it? Okay, I'll go to the next one. We won't do rape categories. All right. First one is a bowl of cereal technically a soup? Jordan, are you going to debate in favor of this or against it?
I'm going to bet against it. It is not soup.
Okay, so Paul, you gotta debate that it is soup. Jordan, I'll give you 30 seconds first, and then we'll go to Paul. So, Jordan, is a bowl of cereal technically a soup? Go.
No, it is not. And first, I would like to just declare that I find all soups disgusting. Unless you're sick, then a good bowl of chicken noodle soup would help. You're not going to eat a bowl of cereal when you're sick, because what are you, stupid? Milk when you're sick isn't good, okay? And cereal's supposed to be eaten cold, not warm. Soup you have warm, not cold. That's disgusting. Who would do that? If you're drinking or eating your cereal hot, there's something mentally wrong with you. And they should do a Netflix docuseries as to why you should be put in prison and replaced with the Mendez brothers.
All right, your 30 seconds is up. Okay, that was very, very compelling. I'm very convinced. But Paul, you can argue that cereal is a soup.
So I enjoy.
Wait! Your 30 seconds begins now. Okay, go.
Okay, I enjoy soup. I like soup. I'm not against it at all. The only thing is, like, I don't like pea soup because I always thought it was just a bowl of pea. Like that's why I never was into. Like I've never had pea soup just because I thought it was pea. And the joke is like, I wonder if they make poo soup. But as far as cereal goes, like just because you put it into a bowl, it doesn't mean that it is soup. But if you leave it long enough, it becomes soupy. Like if you leave your cereal in there long enough, it's no longer cereal with milk. It's a mixture of sloppy cereal milk, which becomes a soup. So really, honestly.
All right, your time's up. Were you arguing for it?
I was
Sounds
arguing
like
for
you were
it.
arguing
I was arguing
against it.
for it that it is soup. Yeah.
Oh, you sounded like you were arguing against it.
That's the whole thing, though, Dave.
Because even I had him convinced that it shouldn't be considered.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
He's
the
like,
thing.
you made some good points.
Yeah,
Wow.
you get him thinking like, what? But okay, yeah.
You roped me in, man. I'm
Be it
convinced.
resolved that, yeah.
All right, so Paul, you get the win just for that, for
What
playing
the fuck?
mind fuck. Yeah, Paul, he wins. Psychological warfare. He wins. He wins round one. So
You're
round
a serial killer, Dave. You're a serial killer.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. All right, Paul, you get to decide on the next one whether you want to debate for or against it. So here is the topic: is a hot dog a sandwich?
I'm gonna go for it.
All right, so Paul. You're going to debate a hot dog is a sandwich. Your time begins now.
Hot dog is definitely a sandwich. If anytime you put something between two pieces of bread, it is a sandwich. Like if I put my cat between two pieces of bread, I'm having a pussy sandwich. I mean, I shouldn't have said it like that. I mean, like, it's just, anyway, I'm just thinking anytime you put it's not just you're putting a piece of meat. It is meat going between a sandwich, but you're also putting condiments on it as well, like mustard, mayonnaise, sauerkraut, pickles, cheese, onions.
All right, your time's up, man. Very compelling. I'm convinced, but Jordan, you got to convince us otherwise. You are saying that a hot dog is not a sandwich. Your time begins now.
I just want to forewarn Donald Trump that we don't need to have citizens come into our country to eat cats. We already have them here. And they're claiming that they're a sandwich. A hot dog is not a sandwich. It's more of a taco. Okay. I don't care that there's bread on it. You can get tacos, soft shelled, that are flour based, and they're considered soft shell tacos, not a sandwich. So I'm sorry, man. I can't agree with you. A hot dog is a taco, not a sandwich.
I think you do agree with me, but the only fact that you
Jordan, you got three.
just because you got the latter, that's good. But I think you think it is a sandwich. Hey?
Oh, we're gonna wait till the vote's done, and I'll give you my response to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. The verdict is in. That one goes to Jordan.
Okay, I do think it's a fucking sandwich. I do think it's a sandwich.
I fucking knew it. I knew you did.
Yeah. All right. We got one more round. Or do you want to do two more so you each have an opportunity, or do you care?
I don't care. Whatever you feel like.
All right, one more round. All right. So Jordan, you are going to make a decision on this one. Flying is the best superpower. Do you want to argue for that or against it?
Against.
All right. You're voting against it, and your time starts now.
Flying is not the best superpower. I'd rather be super fast to travel than flying. Yes, it's cool, but you have to worry about birds, planes. If I were to have a superpower, I'd have something called instant transmission. Pop up wherever I want, however fast I want. Flying is a waste of time. Okay, there's other things you could do that is much superior than flying. I can instant transmission to somebody's body and kill them. You got to pick somebody up, fly them up, and then drop them down. What a waste of fucking time.
Waste of time. You got more time? Okay, now your time's up. All right. Jordan, you sounded like you knew this in advance, Jordan. You were like, blah, 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 right off the bat. No time to think. All right.
I knew the topic.
Yeah. So, Paul, you're going to argue that flying is the best superpower. Your time begins now.
Listen, what if I'm a truck driver, okay? What if I'm all day I drive truck? 7:05 a.m. gridlock. 4:00 p.m. gridlock. I just want to get to work. I just want to get home. What's the solution? Flying. If I could just fly to where I need to go. If I could just fly. If I could do, like, you ever go through customs? Fly. I want to go to Cancun. Let's leave right now. Flying. It is the best superpower.
And your time is up, man.
Instant transmission. You could have done all those.
Yeah, I know, Jordan, but you think
This is a hot dog.
I'd like to read your thoughts. I'd be like I'd like to be one of those people.
All right, the verdict is in, and oh my God, that one was a tie. So we need a tiebreaker round. You need one more round.
It was a hot dog situation. I was for hot dog as a sandwich for sure, and you were like, yeah.
When you said I'll take it, I was like,
I know.
All right. So this is our tiebreaker round. Paul, you get to decide on this last one, for or against.
Okay.
And the topic is Is it acceptable to regift presents? Are you in favor or not?
I'm gonna go in favor.
So you're gonna argue that regifting is acceptable.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Your time begins now.
So when you get a gift from somebody, okay, it's not like when you give someone a gift, it's not like, here, keep this, use it, put it up on that part of your house, and do this with it. No. When you give somebody something, it's theirs to do with it, right? The only thing is you don't want to regift when you're regifting. You don't want to regift it to someone who's in that same circle. You know, your aunt gives you something, you regift it to your buddy that you went to elementary school with. All right. So regifting, it can be done. It's just you got to know how to do it properly, right? You don't regift.
All right.
Trying so hard not to laugh.
Wow. That was good, man. That was good. So, Jordan, you are arguing that regifting is not acceptable. Your time begins now.
Of course, regifting isn't acceptable. Is murder acceptable? Just because you can do it and not get caught doesn't mean you should do it. Basically, somebody spent their time and love and thought of you, even though you don't like the fucking gift, they were thinking of you for care and kindness, and you took their feelings and wiped your asshole with it and said, by giving it to somebody else regardless.
Well, I lost this one.
Wow. You got 5 more seconds, Jordan.
I don't need it. Case closed.
Mic drop. No. Time is up. And the verdict is in. And the winner is Paul Bourgon.
Oh, no, come on.
Come on.
Paul,
There's no way.
Paul
Hey, look,
Bourgon.
I'm gonna re-gift this win to Jordan here.
Yeah. And it says the reason that Jordan lost is because he compared regifting to murder. So for that you were okay.
Well, I'm gonna take this first place prize. I'm gonna just give it to Jordan.
I'm just gonna regift it.
Yeah, you see it? How do you feel? He basically took your prize and wiped his ass with it.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was fun. That was fun. New segment. I thought it went well. We should do it again.
Did go well.
Definitely. I think I'm ready for tonight. I
mean, I hope I am.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tonight, Master Debaters, Cultures Comedy Club, 8:00. Doors open, 9:00. The show starts. Be there.
I just want to say, I haven't seen you guys take a sip of your beer. Will you guys pour your
I've been
beer
drinking the whole time.
You guys pour your beer out when you're done?
No, I've been drinking. Man, Paul, you look back at the tape, man. I've taken about 8 sips, man.
I will admit I have poured beer out on this podcast only one time. And that was because the beer tasted like shit.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
I've only done that one.
Beer, you rated it at 2 point whatever, so you're
But it's water.
Too.
It's water.
You will water your plants with it.
Yeah.
All right. We got one more piece of business to take care of, and it is
Final thoughts.
All right. Let's go. You know what? I got to be honest. This is my favorite part of the show, man. When that intro ends and we come up on screen, that is my favorite part of the show.
And it's just Paul going like, "You guys are fucking."
That's like, I should have slept through this, man. What bunch of losers. All right. Final thoughts, Paul Bourgon, since you are so happy about our dancing, let's go to you. Your final thoughts, man.
Final thoughts are that I'm glad we're back doing this because there was about 2 weeks off that we started to feel weird. You know what I mean? It started to feel weird that we hadn't been doing this. So I'm glad we are recording an episode. We have that Master Debater show tonight, which is good. I'm doing Absolute Comedy tomorrow. So I got asked to come on one of the Sunday shows, which is kind of big for me.
Can you say that again? I'm going to play an applause sound effect. You won't hear it, but everybody else will. So can you make that announcement again?
I'm on Absolute Comedy tomorrow.
Yes, there's the crowd. The crowd's going crazy, man.
Yeah.
Listen to them.
But anyway, I got asked to by the owner to come in on Sunday, which is great because it takes a long time to get in on weekends.
Sweet.
And this doesn't mean anything other than the fact that he's just giving me a chance. That's all. So I hope I do well. I get 8 minutes, which is a little bit longer than the 6 minutes. It really does make a difference.
Sweet.
So I'm a little back to being a little bit nervous again. You know what I mean? I got that, get those it's on my mind. This is what I mean. It's like no matter what I'm doing, I can't go more than 20 minutes without reminding myself tomorrow,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. You know, you don't
Yep.
want to lose that kind of. Once you start getting like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I think when you stop caring, then you stop putting, you're putting effort into it, kind of thing. But we got that, and then we got next Friday, I believe we got the Barley Mow. Is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, next Friday, and then the
Barley
next Saturday we have the Battle of Ontario. It's funny because I haven't been up on stage in a while. Like I've been really sick the last 2 weeks, but even before that, I haven't been up on stage, and it's been about 3.5 weeks since I've done a set, and I've been like, geez, this month is looking really like gloomy and bleak. I don't have any shows, and within the span of a week, I got all these shows coming in. You know what I mean? Which is we've tied into what we've said before. We've talked about this before, where we've said like, don't lose faith and don't let the fact that you don't have your future isn't mapped out. You don't have a show here, show there, show here, show there. When you don't have any shows coming up, it's not like that's the way it's going to be for the rest of your life. Obviously, put the time in and effort into trying to get them. Pursue the kind of work, but don't lose faith in yourself. Which is a good important lesson, I think. And look at what happened. What just happened within the span of a week. I had like 5 shows drop down on my plate, and pretty good ones too. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty grateful for that. So those are my final thoughts.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Like that Sunday spot at Absolute. I mean, yeah, to me, that's a huge deal, man. I mean, it's not the Monday open mic. It's like Sunday. Yeah. It's a weekend spot, man. That's huge. Yeah. So good for you, man. Congrats.
Thanks.
That is massive.
Yeah, thank you.
You're going to kick ass. We know that. Jordan, let's go to you for your final thought, man.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's good to be back on here. I can say I feel the same as Paul. I was feeling, Dave saw me Thursday. My mood was, I hope I didn't show that on stage, but my mood was very down in the dumps. But I'm excited for the next week or two because, like you said, we got a lot of shows. We got the Master Debaters. Despite what I said at the beginning of the show, I'm super excited and I'm happy about everybody who's put in the time and is going to be there tonight. There's going to be a nice little crowd, so thank you for that. Thanks, Paul, for coming on last minute as host. We have, I'll just start off in order. Next Thursday at the Mill Tavern open mic, we're going to have a costume contest. I will be dressed up, so if you can make it, dump your kids off at some stranger's house and rush over.
Stranger's house.
Is that Halloween?
Some stranger's house.
Yeah.
Next Thursday's Halloween?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man, it's going to be pumping. We're going to have a lot of people that are really excited there for this costume contest. So if you guys can make it, try to, because you're going to see some stuff. Cool. Then Friday, we have the 6 Nutz at the Barley Mow, like Paul said. Stoked about that. We got Battle of Ontario and Cornwall. And I will be excited to have a little bit of a rest before we have another 6 Nutz show in the middle of November.
What are we doing there?
It's a fundraiser for prostate cancer. We're going to be at Cultures Comedy Club on the 16th. We're going to be raising.
Why didn't anybody tell me? I'm a part of this group.
I put it in the group.
I just forgot. Yeah.
Tickets haven't been posted up yet. I'm just trying to finalize some stuff, get these shows out of the way. But it's going to be a pretty big event to try to raise lots of money for prostate cancer because, it's November.
It might be a pain in the ass, but we'll get her done.
Exactly. That's it for me. It's so good to see you guys again.
All right. Yeah, my final thought. Good to see you guys. And I think we should take, on a very serious note, let's take a few seconds and have a moment of silence for Pub 101.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Good luck. See you on episode 33.
Yeah.
I like how Paul